So today we're at my buddy Wes wood shop on the outside of his house here. He's going to help me make some gaskets that I can no longer get from Perkins. Let me show you what we're doing. My name's Grant. This is my dog Susie. Hey, say hi. Recently I purchased a 1978 Irwin Mark III sailboat. It's a center cockpit. And man, is it a project. Follow me as I rehab my boat and sail off into the sunset. So I cannot get the gasket that goes from this adapter to the bell housing, nor can I get the gasket that goes from the adapter to the transmission, nor can I get the gasket that goes from the bell housing to the back of the engine. So we've done some test cuts on my buddy's CNC machine here. It's not exactly perfect. It's not a stamp, but I think this will be just fine to get me by. So we're not having this corrosion from dissimilar metals and seawater, salt water. I'll show you what we're doing. I'll show you the program here in a little bit. We're getting, well, here goes our first cut. He's found our center, the corner of my gasket material that I've ordered. I'll put a link in where I got that. It's 24 by 24, but he found our center. Once he tells or shows the computer where the center is, it automatically knows where everything else is at. And I can show you over here what I'm talking about. So this is the gasket we're going to cut right here. The machine is right here right now. He's going to tell the machine that this is our corner of our gasket. Then from there, the computer, the machine knows where everything else is. So, Wes, whenever you're ready, let her rip. Alright, so is that the outside corner, is that correct?
That is supposedly the inside circle, so it's going to be interesting on that next gasket, but it should be fine.
So is that a 10-inch one, or is that a 12-inch one?
That should be, according to this should be the
So that's the outside of the 10-inch one, right?
yeah, but that's not what I thought it was doing.
We'll see what happens here. All right, little confusion on my end. So that was the outside circle of our smaller gasket. Now it's going to do the inside circle of our smaller gasket. All right, here's outside, or I should say the second gasket. So a couple of you may ask, why is there little fuzzies or hair, whatever, with the gasket material? Well, Wes didn't know he was going to be cutting gasket material today, so he doesn't have that very specific gasket cutting or a downward bit.
Need a downward spiral bit. This is an upward spiral bit, so it's drawing everything up instead of pushing it down to cut it clean.
So that's why we got a little bit of the fuzzies. Anyway, it looks good to me. I'll show you the finished project here in just a second. So the gasket for the adapter. So here's this. It looks great. I just need to punch 4 holes. I have that tool at home. And then the gasket that we cut out for this here was off by 1/4 of an inch. And that's because I read the tape measure wrong. Trial by error, right? So right now we're getting another gasket sheet lined up. Gonna make another spare gasket and hopefully another gasket that fits correctly. There's a new gasket sheet. We got some sticky tape that we use to hold the gasket down so it doesn't come up or peel up as it's being cut. And that's where we're at. There they are. Now I just gotta start peeling them off. Check this out. I've never seen this. Wes took a picture of my bell housing, and now he's using a tool that helps him trace the outside of the bell housing. And by clicking on different lines and moving his mouse to certain areas, it will automatically create a line for him. So he basically is tracing the outside of this, and this will tell the computer what the outside measurement or cut should be. It's pretty awesome.
Okay.
So that's the outside line. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, all you have to do is do the inside, right?
Should. And yeah, I gotta get this circle here too.
Sure.
I should be able to do.
But same process, right?
Yep. What is the radius? Actual measurement.
This is the bell housing gasket we're doing. And this cross is where it's cutting, is that correct, Wes?
Yep.
And here's a whole bunch of numbers. I don't know what they mean, but there's
That's all the individual G code.
Y axis, your X asset, X and Y axis.
Yep.
Spindle speed, 18,000
18,000 yeah.
RPMs. Here it is reading the lines. And here's actually the place on the table. Now it's cutting up here. Can't remember, is this the inside or outside?
This is the inside.
Inside.
Cut, yep. Still have a good chunk of material left there to get other gaskets in.
Bam! Now Wes is going to reprogram the outside cut, or I should say run the program. Alright, just finished up the bell housing gasket. I got another question for Wes. I want to get his response on camera. So Wes, we just cut this, right?
Uh-huh.
So, because I'm a penny pinching guy, I want to run one of the programs that we've already ran.
Uh-huh.
Can we run that program on the inside of this?
For one of the gaskets we've already
Yes,
cut?
the smaller gasket.
If there's enough room, we can. Yeah.
There's enough room.
Yeah.
I measured it.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
And we don't have to change anything. All you need is just, because our 0 point's going to be the same, right? Or do you need to check to make the 0 for the programs?
We need to check to make. We'll load the program and then we'll run it. Run the machine over
Yep.
where it's going to cut and
Yep.
confirm that it's not going to interfere with what we've already cut, and then we'll just hit.
Perfect.
go.
So I'm going to try and get another gasket out of this. We'll see what happens. That's going to work. We recentered our access point, or re-zeroed the starting place for the machine.
I think we're just going to cut out from big to small. I don't think it's going to matter on this one
Yes.
because of the way we have to take down.
Yep.
So, big gasket, outside circle.
Big gasket, outside circle. That's what we're doing here. So it should be about 1 inch or so, maybe a little bit thinner right here. But this would be the. Is that where it's? Okay, that's our 0.
Big gasket, outside circle.
Depth shouldn't change, right?
Nope.
Okay. You got the pause button just in case? Okay,
Yep.
there we go.
It is right on that line, but it's
Okay.
right in it.
All right. Begin right here, the cross, right there.
Yep.
That's where it's currently cutting. There it is. 3 gaskets, 1 sheet. Still need to make sure the bell housing gasket works or fits, but we'll check that in a minute. And there is my bell housing gasket. Just gotta punch or make a little hole right here for this pin, and we're good to go. I just want to take a quick second to thank Wes for spending his Saturday afternoon with me, helping me make gaskets for my boat. I appreciate it, buddy. Everybody else, thank you very much for watching this video and supporting me during my refit of my boat so I can take off and peace out in 5 years. Thanks again. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and make a comment. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks for watching.